Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's Gear Talk, we're going to be having a look at an amp head called the Heart Attack by a company called Hot One. But I was a little bit surprised when I received this in the mail. So I just want to give you a quick example. So I have my orange Dark Terror head here, which I've used a lot in these videos. And recently I received the Joy-O Zombie amp, which I was very surprised about its size and its oomph that it's got. But the latest one I got is this. It's tiny. It's and to give you, let's see if I can kind of put them like this, make it look a bit fancy. To give you an example, here is an effects pedal that is nearly the same size. Nearly. What the hell? So Hot One have done lots of really cool things. And one of the first things I experienced with them was when I bought their gent pedal, which once again was very tiny. And I was very surprised on the amount of oomph and the sound I got. Here's a little quick comparison to size. These kind of do the same thing. They've got their own their individual characteristics, but they do the same thing. And look at that, that's just wow. So definitely I know they do good products, and I normally get good results out of them. But what can I say about this? Let's put it to my 2x12 speakers and see what sound we got and see what we can get. And I'm keen to see not only how it sounds, because it is cute as all hell, but put it to the test and see if someone did want to use this in a recording for whatever reason, can it be done? Can it sound decent? So we'll put it through there, see how it sounds with all on-board settings, see if we need to add another pedal to it, and let's just see what sounds we can come up with. And like all my videos, the biggest test is when you put it to a full band, when you've got a bass, drums, and doubling up on the guitars. So we'll be definitely doing that, having a jam and putting it in a best scenario and environment that we can for it. And then afterwards, we'll have a chat about it. So I'm going to set all this up now and put this other stuff away that I'm not using. And let's see what we can come up with. This little cute beast. All right, so here we have everything set up. I've got the two mics set up with the speakers in the other room, doing the two mic technique. If you haven't seen my video on why I do that, I highly recommend you go check it out. But for now, here we have our definitely small Heart Attack amp. And let's see what we get out of it. So, I've left my little gent pedal out here as well, just in case we want to add that later. Let's get a little volume. All right, getting not much to be expected. All right, let's give, I don't know, just a little bit of bass, mid, and treble. Because that helps with the volume. Let's give it a bit of gain. Not getting much signal. Oh, there we go. Yeah, not getting much out of it yet. Let's give it a little bit more mids. A bit more high. It's a little bit too muffled. There we go. That's that clarity cut through I was hoping to get. They're not bad levels I'm actually getting through there. That's actually a decent sound coming out of this little mini beast. Wow. All right. So more gain equals more hiss with this, but that's okay. We can clean it up later. That's got a real big sound for such a little thing. I can actually hear the spill coming from the other room. So I'm glad I don't have neighbours on that side because they would be quite annoyed. That is a big sound out of a little tiny unit. All right, I'm going to add the little gent pedal there and let's see how it handles that. So fast forward mode. Okay, now I've plugged this in. What I'm going to do is roll back the gain on the amp. Still want a little bit. That's still a decent amount, even though we've got hardly any on there. I like. All right, let's turn that on. Yeah, I prefer it without the little gent pedal thing, which I didn't think would happen. Let's do one more test because it's fun. Oh, I'll try to say it again because I don't know why mic was being funny. So now I've hooked up the Savage Drive. So we're going to use the Heart Attack gain and the distortion from there and just give it a boost with this and see if that sounds better or worse. There's that weird balance of I really liked it with the bite feature up really high, but it just adds so much more noise. Like that is just noise. I'm not playing anything. But when I do start playing, I'll turn it back down. It's a frustrating thing about tone chasing when you find something really cool, but it's just too noisy. Just way too noisy. Now you can clean that up in post and muck around with it, but that's not what these videos are about. Videos are seeing what we can get just out of this. But my dilemma is it better with a Savage Drive on or off? I'm going to say off. This is the first time a Savage Drive hasn't helped. Wasn't bad, but it works better without it for this little setup. And didn't need this either. The attack that we're getting straight off the heart attack is sounding the best out of this little combination that we tried. So I've mucked around for a long time just doodling on this guitar. So I'm going to turn the camera off, doodle around some more, come up with a quick song, play it, record it, share it, and then we'll have our final thoughts on the other side. So I'll see you over there. Time for my final thoughts on the little heart attack by Hot One. Firstly, the volume. At first I was a little bit concerned when I put up the volume, thinking I might not get enough out of this before it starts crackling or breaking, because sometimes when you turn up the volume too much, you get like bad distortion. Not good distortion. But that didn't happen with this. As soon as I got it up to a certain point, I could really see the wave format coming on the computer really open up, and I could actually hear it from the other room, how much power this thing was pumping out for such a cute little device too. The gain is really good. I don't think I cranked it all the way because I don't know, I kind of felt like I got a really good amount of chunk out of it. So I didn't need to push it, so I didn't, which is normally not like me. Normally I like to push it just for the sake of pushing it and then dialing back. The EQ section with the bass, middle, and the treble, as soon as I rolled off the bass a little bit and added the mids and the treble, it really opened up the tone. I felt like it really brought it to life, and I was starting to really cut through nicely, as I would with any amp that I use, which was amazing because I had no idea what I was going to get out of this little thing. There was a bit of hiss, but that's to be expected from such a small little thing. I mean, there's only so much you can fit in this tiny little casing. But, you know, for its price and its size, having a little bit of hiss is not a big issue at all. Moving on to when I added the gent pedal. I really like this pedal, but I just felt like the gain that I was getting from this just suited better rather than dialing that back and adding this to it. So, didn't need it. Adding the Savage Drive, which I normally is a kind of a deal maker for me when I add this pedal to it. This pedal did really well. It did what it's meant to do. So the fact that I chose not to use this isn't a failure on the pedal at all. I just felt like the tones I was getting directly here was working better for this than adding what this pedal normally brings to the sound. This pedal, with the combination of this amp, I felt like added too much hiss and too much unwanted noise. And the sound, some of it I think I felt like it was a bit better, but the compromise wasn't justified, adding that much hiss and unwanted noise to the sound that I was getting from it, if that makes sense. So it wasn't worth gambling. It was worth turning it off and just using purely this by itself, because that was enough to make it sound really nice. And yeah, I just can't believe how tiny they are. Like, when I got this, I was super surprised how small it was and how good it sounded. I'm doing the video right now on what I feel about this and the tones I got. And Hot One also do a larger, now I use this as a measuring point, larger multiple effects pedal. So for example, here's my Vox one of how big it is. So this has got lots of different modulations and things in here to make it sound funky and add different change of things. But in saying that, because Hot Tone do stuff so small, if I can't really afford one at the moment, but if I ever do get my hands on one, I'd be expecting this, but it could be the size of this for all I know, because everything they do is so tiny. So next time I do get something of theirs, I'm just going to expect it being small now and not be as surprised. I'll probably still be surprised because that's just how I have been with all their products so far. Who am I kidding? But that is half of the video done, or half of the purpose of this video. Let's move on to the next half, which is, what are your thoughts? How did you feel when I was dialing a tone? Did you think that I caught on to something really, really good and then moved on too quickly? Did you feel like I didn't give the little gent pedal enough love and enough attention? And the same with the Savage Drive. Do you think that I caught up something really nice with this and should have pursued it and not palmed it off so quickly? What are your thoughts overall? How did you feel how this all went? Were you surprised at what I was? Or were you like, no, Lee, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen and you're just overreacting or overreact too easily? So yeah, definitely leave a comment below and let us know what you think. And in saying that, time for my farewell. So whether this is in the foreground or the background, I definitely appreciate your company and joining me on this little journey. Please let your friends know, leave a comment, like this video, share it, and hopefully we can build up this channel a little bit more. So until next time, please stay safe.